Hi, it's Teemu. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. I hope you're all doing very well and I can just sit back, relax and just for 2 hours enjoy Norwich City play football. Norwich are rather good at football. Full time at Carrow Road, Norwich City 3, Luton Town 0. 2 goals from Teemu Pukki in the first half and put Norwich City into a comfortable position, and Todd Cantwell with a lovely solo effort rounded the game up and Norwich City won the game 3-0. It's a fantastic win from Norwich. Swansea dropping points as well. Norwich City are so close to promotion now, and just opening up a sizable gap. And Norwich City were excellent in this game. So mature, defensively really good, and going forward as well, clinical. Teemu Pukki was excellent with his movement, and I'm just absolutely over the moon and just really enjoying Norwich City play football and win games of football as well, because in the Premier League it was tough, but in the Championship this season we've been excellent. Particularly when we've the injuries have gone as well, because we're looking at Luton, of course we played them 2 times earlier on in the season and we lost both games. We lost to them in September, I think it was September in terms of a Carabao Cup game, and then we lost to them in December when half our squad were injured. And for Norwich City to have all these factors against them, and so many injuries early on in the season, to be in this position now, this team deserves so much credit, and so does Daniel Farke. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. This is going to be my match reaction going through the game, and just enjoying watching Norwich City playing football at the moment. In terms of my socials, they'll be in the description as well as the Norwich City Central shop. But let's get into the game. A couple of changes. Todd Cantwell being the most noticeable one, coming back into the side, and Todd has had his injury problems this season. I think his kind of first start or first run of games came in December time, and obviously Todd Cantwell's been coming back from an injury as well to return to this game. But he was excellent in this game and showed so much energy, and it's great to have Todd back as well. And he scored his 4th goal of the season. I think that makes him our 3rd top scorer as well. Brilliant from Todd. Great to see him in the side. And Lucas Rupp came into the side as well, replacing Mario Rancic. We're waiting to see the Lucas Rupp goal. Of course, hasn't scored yet in a Norwich City shirt, and I know there's lots of people who do really admire Lucas Rupp and would love to see him, bag a couple of goals, but hasn't been able to do yet. But Norwich City started off quite poorly, in fact. Luton were the better team for the first 10 minutes. From that moment on, Norwich were excellent, but Luton were the best team for the first 10 minutes, moving the ball around well, and really should have scored in the 8th minute. They're by far their best chance of the game. Tom Ince, God, what's happened to Tom Ince? He was meant to be a Premier League level player. He has a shot, it's a deflected shot, and Collins runs into it, and from 6 yards really should be scoring, but he's at the full stretch, trying to get onto the end of a loose ball, and it hits the post, and Norwich City survived. Collins really should be scoring that, and Norwich City got away with it, and Luton had a couple of dangerous corners, had some long shots as well, but from the 10th minute onwards, Norwich City got into gear and they were absolutely excellent. It's great to see Norwich City take the lead in the 11th minute as well. Lucas Rupp playing a nice through ball to Todd Cantwell inside the area. Todd passes to Teemu 15 yards out, and what a finish by Teemu Pukki. Slams it into the top corner. A lovely move, and it only took one move, not nice incisive passing. What's a really great feature of Norwich City's players, getting players in behind. Lucas Rupp, Emi Buendia, Mario Rancic, getting in between that space between the midfield and the defence, and then running at that defence. That's what Norwich City have been so good at, and it was great from Lucas Rupp, finding some space, nice through ball into Todd Cantwell, and a beautiful finish from Teemu Pukki 15 yards out. And Norwich City really got into gear in the first half, playing some really nice football. Oliver Skipp and Kenny McLean, their energy in the midfield is absolutely insane, and Gibson and Handley look so comfortable playing out from the back. This is a team who are just so comfortable playing this style of football and have got used to it. It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to the Premier League if they get there, although that if is starting to become when. I don't want to say it too early. And then Norwich City, of course, getting the 2nd goal in the game, a really nice goal as well. Emi Buendia has the ball 15 yards out, has a shot, it's deflected, and Teemu Pukki from a few yards puts it in. But it was a really nice finish from Pukki, good awareness. And it was very similar to the Luton moment earlier on in the game where Collins, is trying to run onto the end of a loose ball and hits the post. But Teemu Pukki is clinical, he's in great form, and manages to dispatch a loose ball. And that takes Teemu Pukki to 20 Championship goals, which is absolutely insane. Some people are saying Teemu Pukki's having not necessarily a bad season, but not the season he had in his first season. But he's at 20 goals, which is remarkable. He's the 2nd top scorer in the league. I think he's scored 9 goals in 7 games. Teemu Pukki is the man in red hot form in the Championship at the moment, as is Emi Buendia and as is a lot of the Norwich City players. But yeah, Pukki is eyeing up that golden boot, and he's going to be chasing down Ivan Toney, no doubt about that. And yeah, really, really good to see Teemu completely at his best. His movement's excellent. His link-up play's good. He's an absolutely outstanding player. And oh my God, he should have had a hat-trick. And if he scored this third goal, it would have been the goal of the season. And yeah, you would be watching it on replays for a very long time. What a effort from Teemu Pukki. It's that man again, Emi Buendia, 30 yards out, has a long shot, and Teemu, I think it's going wide, and Teemu Pukki just watches it, watches the shot behind him and just flicks out his leg. It's very similar to Olivier Giroud's goal a few years back against Palace. Sticks out his leg, and it's a back heel from Teemu Pukki in the air, 15 yards out, and the keeper just about manages to dink it over the bar. It was a phenomenal effort. Yeah, great improvisation from Teemu Pukki to stick his leg out. And it's a back heel in the air, and oh my word, it would have been an amazing goal. Norwich City went in front 2-0, and the second half was very controlled. Not too many chances, but Luton didn't really have a sniff on goal. Tim Krul was a spectator for most of the game, and it just shows how disciplined and mature Norwich are, because 3 years ago we might have conceded to Luton, who are a very decent team, to be fair. Luton are mid-table, 13th in the table, and their managers, Nathan Jones, has done a brilliant job. But Norwich City were controlled, disciplined, and we ended up getting the third goal, which kind of sealed the game. And it was a beautiful goal from Todd Cantwell. Emi Buendia in the middle of the pitch. Emi Buendia was sensational against Brentford. It was probably one of the best individual displays of the season. Emi Buendia wasn't particularly great today, but he still managed to get an assist. And when I say wasn't great, but I'm talking by his standards. Emi's on another level. But lovely ball out to Todd Cantwell, who's running at the defence. He's about 35-40 yards on the left wing. Then he's allowed a room to cut inside 20 yards out, but it's a brilliant strike from Todd on his right foot, cutting inside from the left, and catches the goalkeeper out at his near post. And yeah, really happy for Todd because he's had his injury problems, but he's done really well. And Norwich City could have made it 4, a couple of corners. Grant Hanley really should have scored. How many times have we seen Grant Hanley kind of have a chance on a corner and then kind of miss it, essentially? And Sorensen as well from a corner and had a really good opportunity. But Norwich City 3, Luton 0. Norwich were professional. Norwich were disciplined. Teemu Pukki was on fire. That's 20 goals now for him in this Championship season, which is remarkable. Todd Cantwell coming back into the side was excellent and got himself a well-deserved goal. And just everyone was absolutely brilliant. Janulis probably had his best display in a Norwich City shirt. Grant Hanley, Ben Gibson at the back were brilliant, and that central defensive midfield dynamic of Kenny McLean and Oliver Skipp is nothing short of sensational. The energy they provide, the ability to pick out players like Emi and Todd in dangerous positions is absolutely brilliant. So that's full time at Carrow Road. Norwich City on 76 points with, I think, 11 games to go. They'll easily be targeting that 100-point, which would be absolutely remarkable if they get there. But Norwich City got the win, and they're a step closer to promotion. Teemu Pukki at the double, and a Todd Cantwell wonder strike to wrap up a really good win for Norwich. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Subscribe to Norwich City Central if you're new, and I'll see you later. Come on, Norwich.